he was.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And this one features Marlon Humphrey, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Let's get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital of the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Pittsburgh's offense making its way out, and we get a look at the player drafted to succeed Ben Roethlisberger as the franchise's quarterback. Knows a lot about the city. He's a rookie out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Pickett. Finds Pickens out right. Finding room at midfield. And yet again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, this is Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Now, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I like to get 3 out of it. Probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP, and an All-Pro in 2019.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Cook again. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first. Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Got to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 11 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. He started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As we roll on here in the month of December, week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Harris running straight ahead. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, here's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and 2, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
So we've reached halftime and a look.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 2nd half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Cook up the gut. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. And not a good...
as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. First Steeler touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
field to the 48. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off play action. Pickett to the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now at 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the throw. And I guess you're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way. Couldn't try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 1 yard is the gain, and it'll give the Ravens a first down. That was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the fourth quarter, and they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them, when they need those key yards, those tough grind-them-out yards, the fullback's going to get the ball.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Jackson. Being chased, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a winner air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down 17-13. Just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. That's to Freiermuth. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Pickett to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Looking to throw here, Pickett. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Pickett. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the fourth quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a fourth quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the fourth quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for Baltimore, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile,
It's Madden NFL 23. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns on their way out now for the first time. And we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense. And that's Deshaun Watson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And again, it's Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. And I think it's hard for people to understand. Open field, very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, that's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and it's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens at 5-8, 3 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Watson on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll make it 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now is a punter, Jordan Stout. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 53 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg on the move to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to set up the tough 3rd and 9. Jackson. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss. Instead, just a fumble, though they will have to punt it there.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
4th down, here's Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession of the